bondi bata kono maje molu bele se wota arabe jinkelae manso be jinkelae usen bota nyani dobo dobo kai usen anata kombo tumame London ata kundi Okaelo adabo Ayado kuoga Gambia Gambia kai Mandela Mainduru kema Salafo salida bokema Arale bake yoda Jila siselima Ganja manima Sami suare male jari jalorima jari fulorima tira siselima
Yo, assalamu alaikum badi ngolo atol menu be jibero la sainteng be mo be konton na mo be dawd running kalbe konton kal bismillah na political discussion soto on kamen sambale na jang watini wati ka wonang UDP TV media kun ka kenyame wati ni nga watu soto watu menna be kan la kanale pro ngana ngakol kacha men yaron ke be kere menu be jibero la sainteng bal konton na bake be melu jekan marabi s hydra bro baraka bake be tele jekan sainteng follow bari be mo be konton na mo yalon ko be programme jibe la sainteng ani bina jibe la fana nyato be konton na bake lamin damfa baraka bake bro good afternoon or good evening everybody whoever is watching or you're gonna watch the program later we greet each and every one of you and say welcome to UDP TV media, our usual political discussion so that we bring to you be topic dandang la faka wala kachajang ba ko bekeri mi yalo ko alhamdulillah kul siata be kul kachala bin yalo ko be ke kam banko kam follow ning aliaje ko barola lack of respect barola hormonteya ay mesoto Gambia la masakunda tanya kendoe nyajen ko barola hormonteya ay mesoto masakunda la tanya to kendoe wala to masakunda tamara di bul kendoe womu kuler me alon ko Gambia ngalo sain han men alon ko ya kalem ko mo ko ye katre fay adam barole mobile be wo sifa sude kan Gambia banko kan bimbe tembo mento ni ajibe ko siade man kliya itata fanna la Gambia banko kan itata fanna la any sector ko itata ge e kaje ko tanya kurung be ke kanje anus plano be ke kan silol be ke kan mol be kono do ko dal to men alon ko ay be parerin pour ka je ko do ko sila kendo wayta man na banko kan molla do ko nya ani Gambia la luwaye nyo sodo bari masakunda la hormanta yakan ay mallafi wasifa ke banko kan yet still na claim ko be la frene pour na banko nyen ay develop it's not going to happen niaje ngawol fo yagele central bank ba kuma sela wolto ba woni ko be scandal of la mealon ka krenyi masakunda kono iba kontila na kabren 2018 2017 kana fu bi be bitlo man kono ni lo konta bela central bank of the Gambia ngalon ni scandal bani man kata gi albe akalamta moli yela kisgisi lo ke man kata journalist wolti and then thanks to Alcambia Seni Marina, thank you brother for Allah investigative journalism ning albake kan nyinam do ko wodi journalist la do ko mu yinati agele banko mu kata mano ni mam bundal men yalon ko be taraka ka kisi kama sakunda fana ke londi kula men yalon ko ibe melo ke kan ka banko di londi kula masakunda be bara ko men ke kan la fi moli mello and Union Bank Nanteng, Ning Central Bank la scandal is one of the kind. Masakunda malafi nye kalamta. And of course, Masakunda ya kalamta le membe kika Central Bank. Ning kodola nye dungo ninga funto nyimbe. The government knows everything about it, including the higher actions. The president and the president's office. It will be a kalamta le membe kika. And wale asabu kodo nying me alonko abe funto kodo puruka ajeko kodi furu nye dundi mola Masakunda kono. Government ya kalamta the top executives ya kalamta le me alonko abe kika nge. So wale asabung polisolo aliye polisolo fundita with that bogus and that fabricated story polisolo kamen fumoli ko kodonyin na where about ning ko kodonying scammer so leli kodonying ta ilafta ka donde system o kono wallanto. That is a blue lie. Womu kule me alon ko amasoto womu fania kesa wala di police lafta ka kuonyi ne falling ka tan na ko mo never caring. Wala sabu nga sa floke nko how long the Gambia police force ibe nying sifa nying ka tente di Gambia banko kan ka je ko munko hansa banko di mutala no Gambia police force la. Kabere nyun la man sakunda in 2017. Ye police all la names all start key change like the SIS and other stuffs. That was a positive move because ning force nyintara for la name nyintara corrupt mul man trust nyin soro korke ise men keno pour ye mul la no soro no wo bundanye na wala ye bundanye ya to fale ye bundanye ya to fale for example Facebook aliagel Facebook iko sa yinke ba foke inde better mune asabu woketa because of Facebook post scandalo nyi men kata je ko monko mul la data privacy breach wala sun futata na Facebook o nyin kono whistleblower funtita ay mo nyin funtende so Facebook nada deem necessary ko ni ko yela competition o nyi ya maintain no wala do yela sembo nyi maintain no ito nyi muda ya fali so kabri nyi ngata Gambia 2016-17 mo ya mena no ko mongo the security forces are really going to change for good but no that is not the case in the Gambia ngajala ko mongo di police all scandal upon scandal corruption upon corruption. The police will not even go further to investigate some of the corruptions many along Fundika Gambia Banko Kang. And the worst of it is this. More many along they're supposed to talk. More many along they're supposed to voice out. Ningi sifa fundita many along la voice really matters. Gambia will katra tenkonding, for example, the academicians. Because corruption not in the Gambia la sector so every single sector in the Gambia are big corrupt like to the core. So what corruption on improve you expect a single group to be able to fight that corruption to bring sanity into our country. It is not going to be possible. So basically I claim we love the country, we love the Gambia. Yes, we love the Gambia. But how much do you love the Gambia? How much do you love the Gambia? If you love the Gambia the way we all claim, and we are going to do the rightful, we are going to do the needful, sanity restore back in our country. We all know nothing is going fine in the Gambia. Every single sector in the Gambia is corrupt, polluted with corruption, and the executives have nothing. They are not showing any single willpower, intention or desire to fight against that corruption. It has been deep rooted in our sectors. So Central Bank la nyifenko ali police la fabrication wajal. Police la stebino mo funtindi ni ajibe fonka le no komunko. Ilafta ka kuwa nyinde dale bonate dala no because molle dabige mi yalon ki malaf wolle fundi. Masakunda molle dabige. For example, ali o musundo momento mo je musundo mi yalon ko bolka force lady la everything transactional kay financial transactions. Ali o to mo je ni woto funti dege albe yalon ko musundo nyi ko mutahangila wedu nyi financial transactions ifa ko without force lady's knowledge. And what first lady for implicates. So now you understand the reason why police will be bogus statement in the statements you can understand, you can read between the lines that police will what they are writing here is all lies and blue lies. But yet still they can have the audacity to be tormenting citizens. Many think they can do that. But the tiniest of crime, Gambia Bangkok. The police will be to launch an investigation into that crime. They will not be able to come out with anything tangible that will benefit the Gambian people or that will deter the other intended criminals. Many they are ready to commit a similar crime pattern in the Gambia. So the Gambia police force is a shame. Mafu police will be, but in general, we are giving the name to the force. I term the Gambia police force as a shameful security unit in the Gambia. Me yalonko in another Gambia la trust la. Ye police la do ko jala is very important. In society la ka do ko ke. In mol la ka do ko ke men yalonko bolel mu banku di walti. Ni wol man lalla an maka do ko ken wa nyama andung albetu la malo la ko na do ya 24/7. Gambia has so many professional police officers. But they are unable to exercise their duty professionally as they land it. It hakenola. Because munaketa wolfana malla alala. That without that police job, without working for the government, itala balwonying amana faso dokete balula no. As long as Gambia many pattern ni mawala stop and we become content with what we have, and we show a great deal of patriotism to our country, nothing will be able to move. And this is the problem that we have in our civil, how to call it, our civil service. People are aware of the problem. They know the patterns of the crimes and the problems that our civil service is going through. But it's a fundilane yafu, because they are scared of their positions. They are scared of the positions that they held in the government. Yagele nimbankol beka jineke. Nimbankol beka jineke keo. Tembino Gambia te futala bimbe down to, because bankol le korapla mini bentol nyato. But alkajele ko mungo bankol begele bankol meni anko. These are powerful countries. For instance, in Ghana, alkajele ko minister ka wuli reka itaha, because wula ket ala seto me alonko ate minister malafi ala ministry ate ama wonyama. In other words, a malafi moya control like a puppet. And whereas in the Gambia, the ministers and the civil service or the civil servants Wolka kontani kapareka yeko munko ye control as a puppet against the will of the Gambian people, the citizens and the taxpayers. Ni wonte nung yim battery me beke central bank nante B. Niko eko somebody will stand to defend that pattern. Much more the police force, who are meant to protect the properties and the lives of the Gambian people. The entire Gambian people will come out with that bogus statements. Press statement kafo komunko menketa central bank. Wombu scammers all la dope wallet. Who are these scammers anyway? Jumana bu scammers all. Why didn't you call their names? Munasabu kema bu scammers all tolofonye. Because this is a capital crime. Nyemenketa central bank, this is a capital crime. This is a capital crime. Money laundering is a capital crime. Yake banko jamabe je keso lane life imprisonment. So, but because I began central bank, and not only in the central bank, up to the office of the president. So, the police are left with no option but to come and lie to the Gambian people in the broad daylight as to how that particular crime or incident happened at the central bank. Where are the cameras of the central bank? Where are the conversations on their conversation? The messages, why are the police not ready to do the needful for the Gambian people so that we can sanitize this country? Gambia is going to be hard. UDP, we have to stand very, very strong, because Gambia society is saying, Abenyame, if you want to talk about it, okay, people would think like you are insulting people, but we are not. Society is deep corrupted. Corruption is deep-rooted into our society in such a way that if you want to stand to fight against that corruption, they term you as an enemy of the state. That is why, in Manlafi, Jamabe Gambia Masakunda kono B, Sakufa many alonko, they are closer to the executives. Because of the financial discipline, which is in the plans of the United Democratic Party's manifesto. That's why many people will not want UDP government to come. And this is the same in many countries. Bankujama bege, they come with a radical changes and radical sanitization of the civil service. But with the support of the people and in more readiness, they restore their country, they protect their country, they protect the future of the unborn generation. They stand by this group of people that are ready to come with a radical changes in the government structure. Kaji succeed. But in the Gambia, just look at it. Nonsense of baby cake and Gambia Bangkok mulkatra cities walk now. I personally as I am one of those who is calling people every single day. It is mannerlessness in our sectors, and we protest for it peacefully. I am one of those who is, supporting that. Because that is the only way we know what they are doing. But look at Barrow, how comfortable he is. Look at Barrow, how comfortable he is. And he is doing all these atrocities, all these crimes, because Barrow is committing a lot of crimes in the Gambia. Barrow is still comfortable in the Gambia, and people are silent about it. And people are silent. Jikanta yanyi nakarala aliagi le membe kiri sainteng. Ambassador Fadera, allegedly, ya poison yafa. I don't have any proof about it. But nyine along ka before kang anu binga sa froje le me along ka bornang the Justice Department of the Gambia ordering for an investigation to be launched on the death of Ambassador Fadera. The possible cause of death. But it's too late. It's too late. Because I came out here to explain to Ambassador Fadera's family, to the people of Kiang. Puri kana song, ye Ambassador Fadera bade. Ambassador Fadera bantale. Alman neman kafro kale, kabri bolungo, ya announce komunka bantale, a bantale. But say mune nyanta, ntol many along kambe balwo pruka jeko, nga modol fanantanga. So that wolfanan kana bula nyim masi besifa kono. Mokulun kana wolfanan fa nyim fa nya sifala. Ni ayata nun ko wole be kere. Muna nyantan tol man tol me nyalan kumbe balwala. Wolo nyindi ko puru ngato nya sabati di ngaje ko nyi batare asifa nyi ay dam. A batare asifa be dan nya dile. Hanin na dino kono dino mo balangola. Ambassador Fadera puru ka je ko ka kiskis do ka balo kono la. Mun chemical sifa le babalo kono. Ni mobe jati kende akono nyin chemical wala percentage jella kataragi Ambassador Fadera wodu mo yalan ka belarin iko binya ko afatale ya baloko no kisikisi nyin chemical wala percentage jella bije yana fonye ko munne afa it is just as easy as this to call in experts to come and then do that autopsy pour la family alone. But ye nene for ye sample tale I do not know, but ngalo no ko one thing I know is autopsy can never be perfect. In the Gambia, ni ayata nunca e blood sample ta, walante any fluid sample ta Ambassador Fadera baloma. Because ngalon na peta male. Ndola multi sonna, sa ye Ambassador Fadera badi ta nyamente. Kataka exhume ka sambana to come and carry another autopsy. Puru abalokono. Ndola multi sonna le ba fara nyelo ko dino la ko la poti. Okay, so wale asa mo opportunity mo time ni wendi. That window of opportunity, wala mo time mo me yalon ko Ambassador Fadera mo body ye balang autopsy ni I carry out with an independent investigative medical doctors. Wali autopsy ni conduct kaji ko mongo the actual cause of the death is known to everybody and whoever is responsible for it. Yamari sabakitiola. But masakunda tateka ye nene masakunda tateka ke nene alang ngabadeke aling ngabadeke mfana na mol wakilta ye badeke saying ning ayata nun ko sampulo me yalon ko sampulo ni ye menta because ngamole ko ye sampulo tale whether the tissue samples or any other sample I don't know ning ayata nun ko ye sampulo tale Ambassador Fadera balokono ye lolamba ni ye lolam woda mamang kanya bawe kamen fonye ko ngo food poisoning na so ni ayata nun ko ye Ambassador Fadera poisoning fonkolela how to call it chemical olela Ambassador Fadera la juso kono Ambassador Fadera la kufu kono wol jama bellon na wolto pour ngaje ko nim mobe jati kende akono amanje ko yamari poison ne ala nyen juso kono ala nyen kufu kono nyin chemical kari bi ngowola tarage aliya chemical nyin aliya gelle tarage aliya wonin accompagner nin ayata nun ko mun ko moma poison. But saying Ambassador Fadera badi dati nyamente jumale be sonna ningalon ko na moti sonna pour ka wurin ka foko lafta ka kis ka juso la kisi lafta ka la kuf ka fola kisi lafta ka la liver kisi to find the content or the composition of chemicals me yalon ke bige with their percentage. Well, they canola, and the government knows what they are doing, and the criminals be yalon ke yenyenke allegedly they knows what they are doing. That's why they went all they went all out to go and convince the family to bury this guy, the ambassador. The most important ambassador as far as the Gambian government is concerned. Because he is the one representing us at the United Nations. He died. Allegedly, ya poison Yafa. It is only in the Gambia. Such an important diplomat will die and he's going to be buried like a chicken without any investigation being launched on his possible cause of death. Only in the Gambia this will happen. Only in the Gambia. In serious countries, hani man ke diploma fonti ni fata. it can mean follow the possible cause of death. They must find out the possible cause of death. You'll find out. And people will, so that people will know. And these are all important. Because you can for example, and it is an alarming epidemic or an alarming disease. It can only use no quick what future occurrence on you, but prevent la nyadira. But an important personality like Ambassador Fadera. Wefa allegation only fundita hanja naka fafango because ngali video yele wala sa nga fali ko Pamodu Bojang Gambia antol ngamira no Pamodu journalist kensa wala mati. But that guy is more than a journalist. That guy is more than a journalist. Nga video dole la mo ndefa ngamira no wo video ni wo fundita le before like Ambassador Fadera falling kola. For kunun kola mun natalon ko mongo video ni awoke program motile that was part of his program. And that was well before Ambassador Fadera from the banner. Namra wodumo mununol befunde kande den wodumo mole mununol moile. And he analyzed it as if this is what is going to happen exactly. And where we are today. Nai mon men be balanka ngam fu dundi Ambassador Fadera la some rock on the be. Alaman neman ka faro kala. Ba mo kende bala. Ngam fu dundi ala some rock on the bambi. Ni ayata nunko mungo itala mwole fada wanyama. Andung, akwaiti ya maleko mungo iko masapunda kono ya poison world. Dole lafta la palaso la wale ya poison ayafa. Nyine mungu nungu remembe keka misalfe. Akete fala, wala akete barina, wala akete kotola. Ibe lafila munege. Tonya, we lombang for ya kuwani yabla wanyama. This is what we ought to ask ourselves, Gambia. And we stop being selfish continuously at the detriment of our nation. At the detriment of our nation. Ambassador Fadera might have gone today. Yes, he is gone. But who is next? Who is going to be next? Who is going to be the next person to go in the same manner? Because we are not prepared to prevent it or to stop it. There's nothing done that will make Gambian people or the Gambian government not to do this kind of murder again in the Gambia. Because the monkey as an example that will make them scared about it. Toxicology test. Puri yake, and they give you result. Meya Lonko, it is not going to be a falsified result. It's not more than 24 hours. A month can be 24 hours. Now take that result. You claim you make if that is the actual possible death, that is ya mutaleko ya toxin ne, ya poison ne, ya toxicate le. Ni autopsy ni will find out no. Teminu dia ku ya masakunda be dia munale. Because the family will go to the court. The family will go to the court and present those evidence to the court. Ambassador Fadera ni Momo Iwaminglo within that few days, and that is only the government officials. They must answer questions as to how nyekere nyadile. And yalo nyame Momo yalon ka nyige hanisa inteng. Evidence will better la gele. But there are evidence many will link that perpetrator to this particular crime, to this murder, to this poisoning of the ambassador. But we are not prepared. And we are not giving any pressure on government to do the needful. So Welasabu Gambia is always going to be at risk as long as citizens, many alonko, we understand things. Many alonko, we claim to love this country. Many alonko, you are academicians. And you continue keeping silence. We can gather all the degrees that we want on this earth. Let us gather every single degree. Yet still, we will not be able to do anything in that country because we are not going to be given the opportunity to explore our knowledge. That is the disadvantage of bad governance. That is the disadvantage of having corrupt leaders, corrupt government. And look at agricultural departments. How many doctorate degree holders in the agriculture? They are super number people. And these are great people. I personally know some people, many years ago. They are PhD holders in agriculture. But these are great people. These are people with competence. But no. They don't have the knowledge. But opportunity. This is the disadvantage of having a bad government. Niya masakunda kuno so masakunda jawo. Akanyineke mon meni alon ko yelondo so wala londo ka tingala mo kana faso ro ke na ka fale ke na ka bro kono imadi mola imata mandi dunia jam. Nyina be keren Gambia. You never hear in Gambia. That's why all the institutions are crumbling, failing, and nothing will work as long as citizens. Ambassador Ferreira, his soul is going to rest in peace, inshallah. But I blame the family of Ambassador Ferreira partially. There is nothing that should make Ambassador Ferreira put your body without launching a full-fledged investigation on the cause of death. Autopsy with an independent panel or medical doctors. You call in the forensic scientists. This guy was serving the Gambia at the United Nations. The American government will be much more ready to come and assist the family to launch a proper autopsy and to find the possible cause of death on Ambassador Ferreira. But why Muneasabu Mawul be implore? Muneasabu Mawul Beke? Muneasabu Mawul Beke, and we listen to the zoo government. Why didn't we do all those things? And because I get Ambassador Ferreira many akala afele ay watile kurekelela ay watile munabekela nimbi ko gede Ambassador Ferreira wure pour ngaje ko ngabalo ko kisi ala family member jumala be sonna nadino kon nadino e memfuje amam proper because ni motare ya bade already in Islam yagele nibe Islam motala ni mu dina molati nim mota da fafa janni ka mari bade ni ayata nun ko nyin kal kuol beje hakili jakasol beje ko monko afata ten ye memfo dino mambalam pour ka je ko kisi roke ka je ko pour ka to nyanyi sabate ni police aje ko nin kulo me yalon ko pour akana modol mantora ben yalan ke be balu ko bari nim mo atata fafata foka pare pour kata ka wurin ka foko kana kisi roke ka balo bala e ko dino monsongola e ko dino monsongatela so sayin ntolla muli dino mta nyame Ambassador Ferreira balo yalo say morso na ko wure alma ale ndeman ka foroke. But I hope and believe that Gambia mulbe karana nyinale that we are having a government many alonko they are ready to do everything kaje ko ko yesi nye masakunda nyado. This would be a signal to everybody, every single Gambian. This would be a signal to all of us. Niwo badage ngata UDP la security head la quote Jason. Ye Jason iko ya kumandi police station oda kabrin kununko. Kabrin afutara police station oda ya detain. Ya detain munela. Iko mole bege me along UDP la communication device ol ba wole bulo kono. So kabiri yo mari muta yekido fana muta mari bulle fo pistol lolamba. So yo mari arrest wala yanyinin ka jumale tamu kidoti ako atele tamu kidoti yanyinin ka jumale tamu communication device wolti ako UDP le tamu communication device wolti yanyinin ka UDP ka kido dial bang ako eko UDP han fangote block on sako fang kido UDP communication device wolda malbe block on umanka nyande yi Jason kumandi wala bawo Jason being the head of the UDP security team yi Jason kumandi wala pour ka interrogate ka kumandi ka nyininka if that ya nyininka I the same thing for ya muta ya detain he balon ko di injustice me alon ka be kan Gambia banko kan Abubakar Jawara me alon ka kiri kontra ka mana Gambia banko kan despite he goes against the type of guns atanyen na kamesa mana Gambia banko kan he goes against that akakidol sa mana komeni alon ko these are machine guns automatic rifles ahi sama na Gambia banko kan nin Gambia banko kay ko ibe de maran kilo kamana nan cartouche Abubakar Jawara kata kaka machine kilo kamana akaraka rifle kamana men yalon ko wol kam mo kemela fa nyola signakle ya ko diamu yabula iman ku kala because anin masala be nyoka anin masala business o belare nyoka yabula bari ya pistol omra nyimbulo kono de ayaitan dila ko amanke UDP that where sabunde ifele ye UDP la security muda ya mute bulokono kabe bulokono for 2 days Jason be bulokono without anything, without any evidence. Where on earth wobekala damen to Gambia kola Jason be bulokono 2 days abe bulokono. This is a pure political intimidation to intimidate your opponents. Hani ayata nuke mang any evidence at all, yet still you have the right to detain them, illegally detain them into custody. Abubakar Jawara e manyame ka Gambia banko kan be ngalon ka ni Adam Barrow be nyoka be ngalon ko na yala drokol wafi wala to ni yala drokol wafi ke ka ko le tala wala to ni yala wo contract deal me contract me yalon ka be mol environment betting yala like sanyang gwinjur wol be nyame ngalon ko the president has share of that money, the money that was meant to go into taxation, that was meant to be paid as a tax for the government, for the Gambian people. Ngalon ko kado baroke na fa wala. But Abokar Jawara jibi amanya menki nyikilo la kwoto. Abokar Jawara yabula. Abala kuola abe tinarola. More and more. Yalo Gambia government malam mutu malamu iba stop la. Police oli iba stop la kafani afonye kafuntina banda kaitandi na kunyine kering. Ani ayata nkamandra kering. You know the last time ya afonye ko mungo fana ko UDP ngol ka komo flag holdum. Walka femfingol doldum warning police la kuolel muriyata bolmanya naka woldun during the campaign ngam leo kalamta. Ali akalamta ka Abokar Jawara kata interview la Gambia television station otole radio station otole aning army uniform camouflage Abokar Jawara akawoke akata interview ke radio station oto tele station oto aning camouflage momo ka femfay Abokar Jawara is free to do anything, is free to do any nonsense. But ning banko ding dolia wasifa ke hanni ayata nunko banko dingul men fon yake wolman luwatinya. They can go after them and the police will be used as a bait, as a puppet to come out and lie to the Gambian people, to come out and continue lying and spewing rubbish to the Gambian people. This is the police force that we have. The police force who do not know their job. The police force who will not give opportunity to people, competent ones within the force, so that they can exercise their duties properly, professionally. Because we have such individuals in the force. But no, every single person is being remote controlled in the Gambia, especially in our police forces. Remote controlled, lying to the Gambian people against your will. Yalo ngayon si pala kaya jamala temo. Ya start kamol doman nimfa. Jamala temo, and everybody was silent about it. And little did we know that we were all going to be consumed by it. Mobile consumed the imams, the police themselves, the corrupt police themselves, the PIU, the corrupt PIU themselves, the ministers, the corrupt ministers themselves, the justice department, the then corrupt justice departments themselves. Everybody was consumed. I police jelefa, I police jella kanate, I soldier jelefa, I soldier jella kanate, I justice jelefa, I justice jelle disgrace, I mojalla sorong foi siedamo, I mojalla sorong foi faraka sokono, ya mojalla execute, ya almami jella sorong, ya almami jelle bute, ya almami jella la dunia tinya bulokono, ya karanding jella bute, ya karanding jella fa, ya academician jella bute, ya academician jella fa during the best time. Mankara nyimbela kew, afele asifa badat nangorake, the academicians are silent about it. The civil societies are silent about it because illa doko movement science and tech is not enough. The French Gambia betamuka menkang. The work of the civil society is not enough. Gambians, we claim to love the Gambia. We understand the matters. We are keeping quiet because you don't want your voice to be heard on the politics. But yes, that same politics is going to consume you sooner or later. And that same politics, that same silence is going to be a hindrance to your possible effort, to your possible value, on the Gambia. We can all claim to love the Gambia. But let's see, if we love the Gambia, we will do what we are doing at the moment by being silent and then act as if you don't care. More basic act not as if we don't care. But no. So nyine mkuwa nyeti meni yalonka beke kam. Na ku kacha labandula de memon falalie. Yalong Gambia ninko saleben na masakunda mon bakala. But saleben na masakunda me yalonka ka tonin na. We have the zoo president. The president Mayalonko has no value in African politics. That is who we have. Ndolse koronto Senegal, ndolse lafi Senegal la nyaw nyana ni nyaw. Senegal le laflan ifongol la katan bintola. Gambian di Senegal bemu badi malati. Wo mo bele sonta wala. Gambian di Senegal bemu badi malati. Patini mola badi ya amanya nako ikaka no kan budo malati. Ikaka no kan budo malati. Ambassador Fadera Efa Meyalonko atelemu ambassador bela ambassador ti Gambia Banko kam ambassador ya lon ke be Gambia ke mun kete be dunia kono ka Gambia la represent ambassador fadera la kumate atol bet ba tele be Gambia la represent kan United Nations America yawo bulage afrew abelaring an nun kumol be fokan akunna ko ya position ne hani ma position ya position ne ma position yawo frew bulage yeta don la Senegal Adama Barrow nyineke ye ambassador fadera frew fil laring ini la minister lieko alita don la Senegal atol men be Adama Barrow no kan al be plasol ba si bondi kan albe palasol bal si bondi kam ali mira de nyimmen kata ambassador fadera di same thing ne kala la albe nyim bata bela i bal yus kan albe nyi junubol be commit kan ay albe nyi kuriya be ki kan ay ning alfata lu men ngul num albana nu kay mal kalamta be mo kelin na sam fula li jam alman ne man ka fro kala APRC la lycée ali agele lycée ni bata meje Adam Barrow la nyi campaign la bangol kono because atafana na problème mo nu judi pilete aning kafong nyameng manding kol kat bawata kafong nyam manding kol lumene kali ko lycée bandale ali any single press statement no jele Barrow e mendi despite I komen beke ali any single press statement no soble mi alon ko lañu poali sono e mendi ali akalam talama bari to lel ya yustang ya bak ya suku kamol nen ka kolke bari ali any single press statement no jele banko yemenke bu fana nyana kala ben exemple lati alma lay neman ka fro lycée alma lay neman ka fro kay but nyaja ngani sama nanya example lo ka tandi Gambia dumulla masakunda sifa men be bloko nko nintol mallum fo ngoy nganda banko bondi na banko te bola because mol men bege wol man banko long wol man banko hati everything is crumbling in the Gambia ambassador fadera froete lari Baroye buja ngana minister kata Senegal kata batare ala Senegal hanning ay minister lelki and même fo ya ko nyi malo nyi wara Senegal ye nyi Africa banko la kada fulal be ko mandi Drogba wolu Cameroon Ivory Coast Zambia Mali ye banko be la kada fulal ke bal ko mandi na manke e konni ko en tol men bu baklim fakile monti yen tol dam malel bulage ko mon ko ntolu muye bu ko la lelti na ibusil la bege na jato sise bege pa bobo pa dembo toure bege Idrissa Sonko bege pa Modou Diagne wol be yang hanning pa Modou Diagne mo ginyo wono ta manke na fanko di bosari title he's a legend pa Modou Diagne bege Mamadou Cissé wol bege Ousmane Diallo wol bege Sénégalais Afrika be jibe ka Afrika banko be la kadam fulalu kumandi ye nyaka si Gambia le ko ni men bu bakli fakli muti bari yen na zo president ko mandi kay ko kete na ke donnati jang ye la ambassadeur fro fil larin Gambia banko kan ya bade fatale nyene keta Gambia nyene keta Senegal kununko wala sabu kabiri nga Adam Barrow jije niyoku yata because ngalon ko al ambassadeur be larin afreo e ko ya poison ne dol ko ma poison kisi manke je ate ko anisima asukun sumbuda he went to Senegal to have fun with a disgrace because na Gambia la sport modige me yalon ko ya invite na football so ni Senegal ye ñing Africa bank dol be la football la mo yebe invite what prevented Senegal pour que Gambia la football la invite na legend so that will show us that Senegal they value us as they claimed but now as a koy Gambia be mako Senegal wol man to mira fenti ndolel be borem borne no kan ko moko dindi wona fa no wonder the zoo president keeps calling Macky Sall my big brother because to him Macky Sall is his domicile modola fa ko baroka saloke buluku lola kam ma witness barinta sosola because ning ayata no ko hadama di yelobe baro balo bala nyemmen kala wota kala but ye neng han wo fana ibitala kebe sumuko comme ko wolno ka ni ayata no ko kayta man fijo so without those people nyina sabu we have to be very careful with our relationships with Senegal anyana kala Gambia hakil tu ballet because Senegal is ready to use Gambia to accomplish every single goal ya mensoto Mayalonko was left unfulfilled during Jamela time. This is the plan. Member Senegal block. No wonder Macky Sall wanted to use Gambia to launch an attack on the MFDC rebels. Salif Sadio Nalamol. But thanks to God, thanks to Allah for giving that massive victory to Salif Sadio. I don't support their rebellion. I don't support their rebellion. But Purukaje ko ka Gambia banko use Kantola life in danger. Any part of the Gambia can rebel in attack. Mbe Whistler, Mbe Prela Puru ko rebel becomes vindicated. So that Senegal could use their own territory to launch an attack on the MFDC. But not to use Gambia to launch an attack on MFDC and to endanger the lives of the Gambian people. MFDC have said this. They made this very clear. That Nings Gambia and Senegal allowed to come to the Gambian soil to launch an attack on them, they're going to respond to Senegal by firing to the Gambia. MFDC yenyum fola senata set. But nie ni so renyato. Nie nalie mo haklinta on soto ali nyato. Amuka nyimbe mira. Makisala kai podi. Ni makisala kai menkere ay woke without considering the consequences may alon ko benyin ko. But alala mansori majala kabirin ayala rebero ayala sojerol bemuta fo dunia fa kumbota dunia la wursay sa e bulale ni ba plan ko tege sa plan ko tege but alala mansori nyindo kay wuktar nyami dunia be akalamta birum Gambia di mulu alla jiki balabul na jikoli bembulo kon nyin député ka refayo men kana albe yalo ne ko Gambia bitaka nyame mo bele ngalo baluba ko leer Gambia nyame mo bele ngalo tilimbal yame be ke kan Gambia say mo bele ngalo balwo ani fengol la da ko leer Gambia nyame wo mu demande ngoleti yaagele sayinten amala cabinet do fo mo tombo folode niyaji amala cabinet do tombo akale batun ne pour kal alla neni ro ni kawo tentendi alla neni ro ka tentendi nillu menna ay kaliye ko ala cabinet do tombane hanne mano daketa wili sawalati amanka na problem ti atina la family ka jella domo dalasi wili kame dalasi talutel wotele andum abala fala le nyina sangon dele nga faliye abe mambure njaay jus la pour ya la fa abe kala dalasi wili kame sabalati bam dalasi wili kame sabalati wotele ba malon bari abe la fala le ate adama baro ande ngala dimba ta men do wotele Gambia memmo dalasi wili keme wili taluloti til wotele wobe la fala le baradol Gambia demul men yalon ko tollel be Gambia ndol men ka mano sanka kumbon ka bata alkato fa la député wol yebam al ya jibe yalo ne ala député be menkala ala député be luwal pas la luwal men yalon ko wala diata adama baroy nin al yakato fa la député wol akwa la député wol ko al loi pas nyebam loi me yalon ko i bente président woni ko na dimbaya til wotili pour Gambia banko ka dalasi wili keme sabadina ndol ka wodomo na domorot ala député ba kala enne because yina mo Gambia la problème oti balafa fondin kelu men yalon ko wollel nyanna kalo ka Gambia tanka wollel kason molu ke use politicianol ke use pour que Gambia banko mutaka tinya pour que Gambia banko mutaka tinya pour que Gambia banko mutaka tinya. So this is the problem. Normally in normal circumstance the people member Adam Barrow no kante ngajela how young they are. Ngajela komunko they are very young. Like Jawara Kondongo, Latikunda Sabigila Dipito, Sekuba Marong. These are young people. These are very, very young people. In many countries, Nila kake moliti many alonko bankola feature katara walel blokono, but this is the opposite in the Gambia. Nila molti many alonko bankola dysfunctional path abenyelel bulokono. Why do you think they did not wanted the Gambia prunga constitution on soto the drafted constitution? Many asabuke malafaina. Who are the MPs? Many alongo they voted against that constitution. Me alongo Gambia million gela bandakuna. Jumalle mi dipito di many alongo iko Gambia malafu wala. Katun wo constitution among Adam Barrow febo. Among Adam Barrow febo. Among je ko among Gambia febo but among Adam Barrow febo. Who are the MPs? And you want to vote for them again? Prukana Gambia la dipito bungo koteke. To go and do something 20 times worse than that. Purita kuken na dipite bunkono me yalonko ye menke nunka na Gambia la constitution of fay. Gambia million men bedu no constitution kono. Yamude ya fay ko among Adam Barrow febo. Amanje ka among Gambia la febo bari among Adam febo. Adam ko fondinke le nyimanya. Wo fondinke le mutana say ko be muda dipite bunkono. Albaka ro fayle. Puri ya Gambia wafe. Adam Barrow ya fo ko alenga Gambia wafe Senegal ma ya wafam. adama ya foy ko ndela nina dempayalu lafta la Gambia banko kan jonyin dalasi wili keme nani la tliwotele pour na domoro ya fay ko ha ya samba debite mudo ibe ya foko lafta wala pour president la family na president fon be ka dalasi wili keme nani soto tliwotele ke ko dam ibe wala fulay ko sekuba maramba wala kono busumbala mamela busumbala nkolu hanning me yalon ko yekatol fay Adam Barrow nyi president ya kadre fewo mamrebe Mamadou Sabal bulalagi yite ita kadro fay sekuba jajuwe awji billahi min jalika mamira ala bo sondo modun la mokono mamira ala bo sondo modun la mokono mamira ala bo sondo modun la mokono atol min yalon kala bota wulli west atol wulli west in kol mamira albe alla karto mutala aliyadi may Ahmed Fatila aliyatida bobo kijere bulagi tida kijere mamira albo kala awji billahi min jalika bawo may Ahmed Fati albe ya jele say munjika si bala bala mol kam min fala koto say wala fundita ateda malamu GMCT natenteng amalla fi moysudi afenna natenteng amalla fi moysudi afenna ni wonten no nyimanke malot GMC be warati nyame ako GMC be warati nyame fengo feng bay Ahmed Fati bawo tida bobo kijere ka akatalo wulli west saying ate wala ka sinati afananko akatalo wulli west le bar fo GMC modo tike wa naman katete misal fe ama jaka ala kuwole mosila ala kuma mosila kumungo ala kuwole mbalafa andum ay mislandi fon nti wala fan nakko wala bake yalo nakata ko ngani fo wato wat fon nti Gambia fon nti we have to be very much careful and we have to be very much sincere to ourselves. We pretend so much and we quote Quran so much. Any of them yaji aka Quran quote nandeng, be careful. Wokane deceive so nyile bakere nyindi prekate fe o man kana Gambia balwoni sayalo ali katro fe Adam Barrow ale ngata ngadun saya kan ngusuti akabrola kadum kolya men binala mo karla bata men binata mo karla mol fele be fakan kum kan oje sayo man kan e fele fo damal be nyofa kan kutan wala je ali binala ka député di wala ka fay ko ibe nyi batare men na tentengala ba ning ali katro fe Adam Barrow nyine mu alla jabiroti ibe batare men na tentengala na banko he banko betinya ali kadro fay opposition le UDP wala nyinti ko nga Gambia makoy kaje ko batarea ning fania foni tinyaro ning tajarante ya bembe ke Gambia banko kan nga kele loi furi wol men yalon ke be sabala nan nga foy ko ate kala jang bi ate kala jang sama andum wala be kala Gambia dum lafta men na wek nyine mu nyin kate few nyina nafati wala sabu atol UDP de wol ka fu ko mantara masakunda waya sabu momo imela kate fay waya sabu ite mela kate o fay sain ne fong mu ye mistake ko ke katambi presidential carte fay ñu fong la ni mela carte o fay de UDP de won ñindi pre carte fay e ko because UDP manke masakundati sain ne mu ye mistake ko ke katambi mistake ko be be men kele la balwo ko bawo bi Gambia be tembo men ya jamme sanji mo ni flo men bekeje mo faketale tonya molu man freedom mo soto tonya bari balwo nane man kola ya katambi bila ka wati si Gambia banko kan kabrin baba jawra wolbe tubabo no ka wato men ka foy kalina banko dinna bitilo balwo da be nyama Gambia banko kan anane mon soto Gambia la history kon andon alaji babi ta ka nyame akata santo le doron kunun do en ko la ko Saddam $2,500 Saddam $2,500 man boro kelin e ka mol jojale la Gambia civil service $3,500 ni mane boro kelin sang $2,500 $1,000 killing gol to de blokono nyemuru kilo mo dala sigele de kema woro kemelul subo ite o sannano dinne wol ite wala karam mo jolano say ndo la balwo na fale na balwo mun na fale ba andum say bela film pour kana kan nakato di wala ali nga kato di Adam Barrow la ngaji be fumbe na jahannama ali nga kato di Adam Barrow la diplo la ngaji be fo ala ten bedun la jahannama kono benna ko mo danda jannato be burla na janna ni lingol kono pour gaji ko ngana ning na député ru ngi klin sambana pour ni klin kala ñu commencer bari be mo be kontona mo mo yalon ko ebe la moy rola sainten bal be kontona Lamin Gambia. Thank you Lamin Kuyate baraka Fatmata Fat baraka Jack thank you bro. David Nas thank you bro. ala baraka bake Moro Kamara Moro ngi konton Pa Omar Bojang baraka Pa Omar Dr. Soli baraka Dr. Soli Lamin Swiss baraka CDC ngi fana konton bake Bakabi Sekan baraka baka Watanabe Abraham baraka Watanabe Lamin Kuyate baraka Lamin Lamin Job, thank you bro. Marabi baraka Marabi akata famut. Yes, so mbato le joka Lamin damfa ala baraka bake nyinkai alama alay bularoto dia mobe alinga continue kana dimbal kuma dis wokono kaje ko nakarte keso ngadi UDP la alinga nke ku nyindi pite katre fayoto nimma la fi Gambia e boy malla fi Gambia e tinya alinga nakato di ngadi UDP la ali agela batara ya min bebe kering saya futara munato kanyofa e madara nyofa kan fenna fo kanyofa palaso la kula saya futara wala to woto alinga nke ku bake nga Gambia tanka Gambia se tankan wasla prinda mala sainte benyi wato non kon wala mu député bungoti wo député bungodum nimma wadi opposition wala fo ngadi nyinsino masala ndaga fay ko bula kono president woto nganna banko le muta nga wafi ala baraka assalamu alaikum